So we're diving into why and purpose and passion and all that stuff today. So I have some thoughts around this that I think are very unique, in my opinion. And this is all, I've read a lot of books, seminars on tape. It's fabulous to get the rah-rah motivation. That gets you to immediate action. That's certainly so important to make sure that you take action today. However, you have to find a way to get action every day. And the way to get action every day is to form habits and a bunch of little whys. So I know that there is a lot of focus on this purpose stuff, and it's very overwhelming. And I honestly don't even know what my purpose is at this point, right? Do we have one purpose? And then it gets into what is the meaning of life? Why are we even here? All these super esoteric questions that are super complicated. Like nobody really knows why the fuck we're here. Like we're on this planet, I think, to learn a bunch of stuff. And I think the planet has been designed beautifully where we all have free will and we can make a lot of different choices and we can mess it up. And God doesn't really intervene with that. And we're all here to learn from all of the trauma and all of the joy and everything in between. And life does have both. We're not supposed to be joyful all the time. Being happy all the time is not real. That is the fallacy that has been put out by bogus religious organizations. It's not real. You cannot have joy without having sadness, right? You cannot have a sense of accomplishment without hard work. So for me, joy is not from parties or from drinking or from cigarettes. When I was younger and I went to my first real big party, I thought, oh my gosh, this is the meaning of life. I am supposed to go and be partying as much as possible because this is amazing. And I chased that for a while and discovered that at the end of that rainbow is a big hole and there's no pot of gold there. And you can just keep digging and digging and digging and find more and more discomfort and despair and hurt yourself and hurt everybody around you. Also, fancy materials. I was going through in preparation for this today. I was brushing up on some of the more recent videos and more popular videos on motivation and purpose and all the TED Talks and things like that. And a lot of these meditations, these guided meditations, focus people onto fancy material things. Great. I mean, fancy things are nice. Fancy things give you a little bit of a rush. It's similar to drugs in that when you first get the thing, it's really exciting and it feeds the ego. But at the end of the day, it can be very shallow. It doesn't really add meaning, right? You have to have meaning behind it. Doesn't mean that you can have.
Mom, I want to be the action.
A little child is being taken care of. It's all good. So material things, they certainly, money, and I'm not saying money is bad, and I'm not saying don't get money. Money solves a lot of problems for people, and not having it can add to a lot of stress. I am saying overindulging in the ego through material things is a very empty, surface level, ego-driven effort that can lead to a lot of burnout. And what happens is you just go for the next thing, right? Pretty soon the shiny new car isn't enough to make you feel like you're worth it, right? Because a lot of people go after material things because they feel like it proves something to someone else, or it's proving something to the imaginary people that are watching them, or that they think are watching them, or to a parent figure, or even somebody that has passed away, and keep feeding that, trying to please that person or that internal person or that ego. They get it, they feel really excited, it's fun to drive, it's luxurious. People look at you when you drive down the road, and pretty soon that shiny new object, the novelty of that object wears off. And when it wears off, you need to buy another new car, right? Doesn't mean that everybody that buys a new car does this for this reason, right?